Hey guys, so Pete and I have been doing kind of another alternative projects night. You may remember last time Pete was here, we alternated fan testing with swapping the foyer fan. I won't tell you what we did yet, but you'll see soon enough. And then after this video, we may test some more fans, or we may work on some other stuff. We've just got, we got a lot to do that's all fan related, but it's not all just straight fan testing. But we did want to have a fan in the test rig. So this is an SMC A52. This is the earliest version, which has the two-piece trumpet canopy, variable speed. I believe it has a reverse pull chain. Did you happen to check?
It is a reverse pull chain. That is for sure, because it did start in reverse.
And
I flipped it back.
And I'm trying to think of what else makes these different than the slightly later versions. So the version I saw as a kid was the version that came after this that had a one-piece metal canopy. This is plastic. And the childhood version was all polished brass and 3-speed. And that's one of my all-time favorite fans, and one of the few fans I actually prefer in polished brass. Still looking for that. I found a few, but they haven't been complete or in good shape. But this is actually the earlier version. I didn't see these till I started collecting. This would be right around late 70s, early 80s. Same as the first Lagunas with the switch housing. Anything you want to say before we start testing your metal list?
Not really, not with this.
Okay, well then let's go. I believe it's set to low.
Yeah.
Nice low speed.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes these stall out on low, not this one.
Nope.
So I also saw some of these in antique brass as a kid, and I didn't know they were the same fan because they looked so different in polished and antique brass, but that motor housing is so thin. I was like, how could they possibly fit a motor in there? I figured the motor must be in the canopy or inside the ceiling. But it's a powerful spinner motor in there. Okay, well, and
see, this is what it's drawn on low, and the trim is set pretty good. It was already set nice.
Yeah, so we know the power factor is going to be on the low side because it's going through a solid state, which
yes, it is.
It's not.
Yep, 11 or almost 12 watts. Yep, 12 watts. Yep. Yeah, about 30 some.
Okay, well, you want to inch it up?
Yeah.
That's what she said. Yeah, so we're going to test, I'm guessing, because who knows what we're going to work on. We got so much stuff on our plates right now. But I'm thinking we'll test either 2 or 3 fans tonight in addition to working on the other projects, because there's 2 fans I want to make sure we test tonight, and a third one that I want to test if we have time. And then we've got some other shit to work on. Some we already did, and some we have yet to do, but all fan related.
Okay, that's all the way up, and it's not drawing a huge amount of current.
No, it's about the same as like a cast CEC spinner, or it's the same as any beefy, chunky, powerful cast spinner, which is usually right around. Good airflow though. It's these are K55 equivalent airflow.
Yeah.
Let's see what the power factor is on high.
Okay.
It's gonna be close to 1.
You're right. It pretty much is.
I bet you if it wasn't going through the variable speed, it would be 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to bypass it.
Okay, well,
which I know we can do if we wanted to.
We could put a. Well, you have to put a. We'll do the spin down low. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think if there'd be a way.
It's a cardboard box.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to figure out is could you do a bypass pull chain, but it's reverse. So you'd have to have like a 4-speed pull chain. So like high forward, high reverse, low forward, low reverse. You have like a 4-speed pull chain. Or, that'd be the only way I can think to do it, unless you had added a second pull chain, or a reverse switch, like a toggle switch. Good spin down on this thing, dang. I'd say these are pretty metal. What do you think, Metal?
Oh yeah, and I think I've seen these in a Burger King as well.
Interesting.
Well, depends. I don't remember the location, but I know I've seen such fans like this in Burger King.
Well, you told me there were some later SMCs in a Burger King in Milwaukee.
Yes, there was like the DC 52s, Park Avenue's
Yeah.
ones with those thin builder fan vents.
And that was like somewhere over by Brown Deer or something like that.
Yes, it was by the Northridge Mall.
I wonder if Valerie Daniels owns that.
It's not there anymore.
Oh, well, then there you go.
It's now the fans have been long gone.
Okay.
And
well,
then
not anything too special anyways, but yeah.
And recently, even though it's been long remodeled, it burned to the ground.
That's sad. Okay. Let's do reverse. You remember was there an off in between or no?
Yes. No, there isn't. I thought there was.
Well, the offs in between the other. Yeah, some of them are high off, reverse off, and some of them are like forward reverse off. Yeah, like I said, so there was a place called Madison School Supply where my mom, who was a teacher, bought her school supplies, and that's where I saw the polished brass one. It was right in the window. There were no other fans in the store, just this one in the front window, and then the ones where I saw the antique brass ones that I didn't like as much was in an art gallery that was kind of near downtown. They had 3 of them, and then they had 4 Lagunas all in a row, like the 36-inch Lagunas, like where the blades were almost touching in the back by like where they like a framing shop. It was a really cool install. I wish I had pictures of it.
Yeah.
You want to inch that up?
Yeah.
Little wobbly on reverse.
Yeah, it's also drawing more current in reverse.
Yeah, that happens with these. It's just some of the quality but cheap fans do that. Yeah, SMCs are a big part of my childhood, though. All different versions. Lagunas, later ones. They're just such distinctive looking fans, and they were sold all over the place around here. Kmart had them.
Oh, yeah.
Menards had them. Walmart had them. Oh, yeah, it's a much higher current draw.
Yeah.
Well, not much. Yeah, I'd say that's much. Yeah, it's funny. You could put some reverse pitch blade arms on there, and it would move more air in downdraft.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's, you want to hit the power factor?
Sure. Yeah, now it's a power factor of 1. That is just
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's turn it back to off.
And then to do the decade.
How many times do you pull the pull chain?
Once.
Pull it twice.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's got to be an off in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going to start?
I think it's going to start on... I'm going to go with 2.
Okay, well, I'll go with 3. I don't think it's going to be 1, but yeah, I think you're right.
It's going to be a low start. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I won for a change.
Yeah.
Ooh, those blades need some polish. I didn't notice until now.
Oh, yeah.
We had a request that you... Because apparently we did a video of a blender fan, of a 3-blade switch housing blender fan. You remember that?
I think so.
And they said that you really rushed through the decade box, so they couldn't figure out what capacitors they needed for their speeds.
Oh.
So we want to make sure we leave it on each speed enough that people can know what that speed looks like.
Okay.
So
4.
Don't be speedy, Pete.
5.
I think 5's looking like a good low.
Sure, I can go with that. Yeah, pretty much the current draw matches. And I think that even matches its speed, with how low it goes on the variable there, so...
It's speeding up a little bit. I like 4 too then, given that it's speeding up.
Okay. 5.
Well, that's
6.
what almost happened there is why we need to finish one of the projects.
7. And 8. 9. And 10. 12,
12 is a pretty solid medium, I think.
Okay.
What do you think?
I was thinking more like 10.
Well, it's still a huge
Either.
gap from high.
Yeah, they still are, but
Okay, either one.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
What was high? We gotta be close.
0.65,
Uh,
19, and here's 20.
Yeah. Now you can go quick after 20 unless it's a shaded pole, because nobody's gonna have on a PCS motor. Nobody's gonna have a speed control higher than 20.
Yeah. Okay, so right now that was 21, or that's 22 actually.
Is that over or no?
A nose hair.
Okay.
So I wouldn't really go much past
And this
that.
thing's silent with that solid state control in there.
Yeah,
Some of these
it
are
is.
noisy. This one's not.
Right, yeah, I noticed a
Like
lot.
some Lagunas are noisy. This is.
Yeah.
I've tested one of these before that was kind of noisy on the solid state. This is not
Right.
noisy at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that's left is 0 to high, right?
That's right.
Do you think it's gonna have no inrush, a slight inrush, or a noticeable inrush?
I'll say slight inrush.
I'll go with noticeable. I think it's having a noticeable inrush.
Okay. Almost no inrush. It should drop to 0.65.
I think Pete won this one with slight. Yep, Pete won this one. Well, unless it doesn't drop, but I believe it's going to drop to 0.65 like he said. It's not going to drop? You guys, you want Pete to lose? Guess it wants Pete to lose. No inrush. I thought it did drop to 0.65, but
Sometimes it depends. Sometimes it will do that. Other times it just won't. It's
okay. Well, that's it for this video.
Yep.
We have plenty more content coming up for you tonight.